And welcome to Fullerton College basketball on SportsNetUSA.net. We are live from the Hornets Nest as your Fullerton College Hornets will battle the Mount San Jacinto Eagles. In this tilt, Mount San Jacinto is 3-3 on the season. Fullerton comes in undefeated, the number 3 team in the state for now, as they're coming off a big victory over the 2 team in the state, Santa Monica, on Wednesday, 84-74. They'll certainly move up to the second spot behind City College of San Francisco. Corey Neyland and Mark Pavlovich, Gabby Neyland, Ed Ford, and the whole crew of SportsNetUSA.net proud to bring you this ball game. Mark, it should be an exciting game, and one thing to focus on, you were telling me about it earlier. What is that?
Well, it's defense. I mean, if you look at Fullerton College in the last few teams, everything is defense. Women's water polo, who wins the national title tonight, based on defense. The national championship teams that won football, Brian Crook's team, based on defense. And Perry Webster's team is based on defense against a San Jacinto team that can shoot, well, maybe the eyes out of potatoes. They like it from the three-point line, but they got big guys. And I actually think their big guys are much better than our big guys down low. It's going to be interesting to see if defense out-trumps offense tonight here on the court.
And we'll see. Fullerton gives up a state-leading 34, or actually, they're stingy on defense. The opponents only shoot 34% against them. That's number 1 in the state, while the Eagles are 6th in points per game, 89.8. Let's just round up at 90 points per ball game. So it gives a battle against 2 differing opponents. Real quick before we get to the starting lineups, you talked to Coach Springer at Mount San Jacinto. How's their defense?
Our bad eating habits and how we try to make sure we're eating the right food and we don't, that's like his defense. They never eat the right food. It's always bad, and that's why they give up a lot of points. They're going to have to beat the Hornets offensively, and Corey, that never works out well for a team. I'm sorry, not in the game of basketball.
Starting lineups for the Eagles in black and the red trim. Linzel Simmons, number 0, out of Riverside Poly, a sophomore. Brandon Frederick, 5'10" freshman from Confluence Prep in St. Louis. Ethan Bell, a 6'1" freshman from Citrus Valley in Redlands. Jamal Barnes gets to start tonight, 6'2" freshman from Bonita High School. And Chidi Okwarabizi is the center, 34. He controls the tap to Brandon Frederick, dumps it down low, and Okwarabizi steps out of bounds. First turnover, and that's one more thing to watch and got to be careful if they're your Eagles, as they average 19 turnovers per game. Fullerton in their new bold yellow uniforms. 15 is Ronnie Stapp, 2 is Omaje Smith, dumped down to Harrison Barnes. Has it poked away, trying to battle for it. And here's Frederick in the front court. Simmons hops into a 3, looks good, is good. The first 3 of the ball game.
And that's what we're going to see from the Eagles, Corey. They have no holds bar putting up that three-point shot.
And DJ Houston, the starting point guard for the Hornets. Bonner, Omaje Smith, down low to Casey Iman. Iman back to Houston. Floater in the lane, leaves it just short. There's Iman battling, gets the rebound, puts it back up over 2. No, get the third rebound, no. And here comes the ball back from Jamal Barnes. 2 rebounds by Iman, nothing going. Just started, minute gone by, 3-0 the Eagles. Here's Ethan Bell. Simmons traveled, slid at the top of the key.
And really what he was looking for, he was hoping that Brandon Fredericks was going to find that lane that was open down low. He was going to give a nice little bounce pass right in rhythm for an easy layup.
Fullerton 6-0, head coached by Perry Webster. Defending state champions. And Mark, this is the best start in 5 seasons for the Hornets under Webster at 6-0. Up top, Smith doesn't like the 3, gets to the elbow, right side, back out to Houston for 3. That's good. So 3-3 is your score. 18:32 to play. Early going here in the first half. 30-second shot clock in the men's game. Women's game plays 4 quarters, which I came around to Mark's view last year that they should play 4 quarters as well, as they back it out. The Eagles have it with 10 seconds to shoot. Man-to-man defense by the Hornets. Here's Bell, gets to the free throw line at the left elbow, cross-court pass. There's Simmons, looked like he traveled, but no travel there. He is 2 for 2 from 3. sophomore out of Riverside Poly.
And what you see with the Hornets, they play great team defense, and that's why that shot went awry.
Denzel Simmons averages 13 points, dumped down low. Ronnie Stapp with the left. And better pass by Iman at the top of the key, looking like Bill Walton out there. I'm sorry, young people out there, Nikola Jokic. And here is on the opposite side. 6-5 is your score. Eagles with the ball and the lead, as you see there in black, traveling to the right side of the floor. Crossover. Here is Simmons getting, oh, excuse me, not Simmons, but Barnes misses the layup. He gets his own rebound. There's another three. An offensive foul on Sheedy. His first personal, first team foul. Hornets down by 1 with the ball, and wholesale hockey substitutions as we got Latravian Glover, excuse me, out of South Miami. Michael Clark out of Confluence Prep, the teammate of Brandon Frederick in the ballgame now. Also Camian Cedarland, he's out of Temecula Valley High School. And Danilo Da Silva has a weave up top for the Hornets. And also Makai Hill out of Vista Murrieta. Here's Tawan Elston-Mark. He's first off the bench and leads the team in scoring at 17 points a game. He dumped down to Iman, working one-on-one against Glover, double team. Nice pivot up top.
And he took his patience on that, Corey. He doesn't rush the play with Iman. Iman sees the opening come and then has an easy little layup.
And there's a step through by Stapp, almost as still, knocked out of bounds. Last touch, no, kept alive by Elston. On the floor is Bonner. And the Hornets don't come away with it, but you like to hustle.
Yeah, you do, by both teams there. And again, when we talk about team defense, that means you will help your partners out. You don't see that a lot on any levels anymore, maybe on the pro level, but on the college level, high school level, team defense just doesn't even exist.
Man-to-man defense, Bonner with the switch. And what you like about Perry Webster's teams is they can switch on these screens. And there's a drive up, no good. Putback is good. And that is a nice job by Makai Hill. 8-7, Eagles with the lead, 16-12. Early going first half. Ronnie Stapp keeps the ball on the fake handoff, puts it up, gets a block by Okwara. No, that's a Glover with the block. And he outlets it to Da Silva. Corner, Cedarland. That's a pretty shot, Mark. And you can see they like to run and get up. 11-7, they got the lead.
And that's how you beat a defense that plays hard-nosed defense. Taken as we get a foul called on the play. So, Corey, what you've got to do against a Perry Webster defense is you've got to have enough courage to put the ball up, which they do. You've seen it more than once. You say shooters should just continue to shoot. But when you got a coach at the sideline saying take a 15-footer, which we found out those are obsolete on the collegiate level.
So Elston, Smith back in, Stapp, R.J. Nibb out of Orange Lutheran, and D.J. Houston. Cross-court pass too tall for Elston. First turnover by the Hornets. And Iman went out of the ball game. He's got a hit in the nose, and now it's bloody.
Mount San Jacinto 4 for 7. Fullerton 3 of 6. So not a lot of scoring to start this game off.
15:30 to play. 4.5 gone by. 11-7. Cedarland turns the corner, puts it up over Elston. Back rimmed. Nibb. He's very aggressive off the benchmark. He's one of those guys who'll do all the dirty work. Elston, quick point guard, stops for 3. Mark, I like him. 11-10 your score. And when we were in here earlier in the week, and we saw him for about an hour just putting up shot after shot.
Well, and when you watch Perry Webster's defense, watch the foot movement on their players. I mean, they're always trying to beat somebody to a spot, and that's what I like about them. They're smart defensive players.
Glover too hard, rebound by Elston. Here's Elston leading the break, right side, all the way, puts it up, and no good, rims off. And the rebound to Makai Hill, and he turns it over. Was it poked away? It was poked away.
DJ Houston makes him change his direction, Corey. He decides he's going to throw it. Houston throws a hand out, and here comes 5 more for you. So I'll let you reset the lineup.
Simmons, Okorabizi, Hill, Franklin, and Barnes.
And again, like I talked about the defense beating people to a spot, one thing you'll see, even with a screen, they will take the right direction if a screen is set up against them.
On the entry pass, Kwarbisi saves it from going out of bounds. Forces the foul on R.J. Knibb, his first personal. Team's first. Kwarbisi heads to the line for two. 6'9" center from Lagos, Nigeria.
And when you saw Knibb set up down defensively, he beats him to the baseline. He took the baseline away from him. A little slap foul, could have got away with it. The officials calling it sort of close to start the game off.
7.8 points, 7.8 rebounds, misses the first on the season. They played 6 games, they're 3-3. Last game they lost to San Diego City College, 96-85. They had 5 players in double figures last game, and he misses both. Rebound, Stapp taps it to himself. Smith to Houston, Knibb and Stapp, Elston, the 5 on the floor for your Fullerton College Hornets. Free throw line. Stapp fakes it, kicks out. Obaje Smith for 3, long. And there's Kwarbisi with another rebound. Franklin, fancy with the dribble, has it tied up almost, and almost taken away, and is taken away. Last touch by, they say, DJ Houston.
And again, let's go back to DJ Houston. He doesn't buy the fake. He doesn't watch the dance. He stays right in front of him with the ball there, Corey. I thought he had the steal.
Yeah, so did I. Different perspective here tonight. I kind of like it. And here's Hill. Down low. Kick out to Clark. No good. Barnes with the rebound. Back out to Clark. And here's Ethan Bell, out of Redlands. Simmons drives on Stapp. Good body control. Misses everything, but there's Barnes with the putback. 2 points, 2 rebounds, and a 30-second timeout by Perry Webster. He don't look happy, does he?
No, he doesn't. And one of the reasons he doesn't is because nobody blocked out on that easy little putback rebound, Corey. I mean, you play good defense. You make somebody take a horrible shot. And then Corey Neyland comes out of nowhere and says, I'll take that piece of pie, even though you don't like eating it, then you're in trouble. Of course, when you come out of nowhere, well, usually that's when you've got to have a card that'll get you there. Don't forget, all our games here on SportsNetUSA.net are brought to you by Miller, Toyota of Anaheim. Miller, Toyota of Anaheim is a proud sponsor of community college sports, high school sports, but most of all, education. That's Miller, Toyota of Anaheim, as our national champion sort of snuck in here from women's water polo.
I feel bad. We should have brought an extra headset. My bad.
Now Ryan Osborne would try to be out here then.
Out of the timeout, Bonner, Iman, cross court to Houston, Stapp, and Elston. San Jacinto in that 2-3 zone, as you see Iman in the corner right side. And here's Houston up and under, no good. Good defense by the Eagles. And here's Elston, free throw line J. Soft touch. He's got 5. 13-12 Eagles with the ball. Barnes, Bell, Simmons, Cheedy, and Franklin, the 5 on the floor. Hornets stay in the man-to-man. Here's Bell, free throw. Clark can shoot. In the corner to Barnes, short. Houston with the board. That's his first. He's got a 3. They can take the lead. 12:37 to play first half.
And they're matching them rebound-wise, and that is what's keeping them in the game so far.
Stapp doesn't take the free throw line, Jay. Kicks out to Elston for 3. He's missed. He's in. There's Kwarbisi with his second rebound of the game. Making his 3rd rebound. They have a 1-point lead. And there's a hold by Iman underneath. That's the first personal for him, and second team foul for the Hornets.
It actually was just bumping and grinding down there. Corey, you like it. You love basketball. You just got to let guys play sometimes. I mean, let them fight for position.
And that was Cameron Jelinas on the call. He's joined by Savan Azizian. Clock didn't start. And Danny Yee. So Danny Yee, Savan Azizian, and Cameron Jelinas, are your 3 officials out there.
Well, I know the official far across the way. We used to see him all the time in NAIA.
Yeah, we've seen both.
And Danny we used to see in NAIA also. So both of them, you and I have called a lot of games that they have refereed.
In the words of Savon when I talked to him earlier, we're getting old, dude.
Yeah, one of us is.
That would be Morgan to your left. 16 seconds on the clock. High screen set. Good roll. Wants to get an advantage, and bad pass by Okwarubizi. And that's been plagued by the Mount San Jacinto all season. 19 turnovers a game.
Hey, guess what? There's 5 new players.
And we've got Michael Clark back in. Glover. Hill. Clark, Cedarland. Did I miss somebody?
As long as you got 5.
Yeah, we got 5. So Glover in the 2-3 man patrols the middle. Danilo Da Silva on the far side. Near side is Hill. Up top is Cedarland, number 14. 2 is Clark on the push on Stapp. And they call a travel instead of that push in the back.
Yeah, but his motion was not even to put the ball on the ground. And I think what he does is the official sort of preconceives that he wasn't going to dribble the ball and ignored the push. I agree with you, Corey. Should have been a foul.
Cedarland works around. Good defense by Elston. Elston's a transfer from Cerritos. There's an entry down low, but it was kicked by Bonner. Bonner on the interior, on that wing, actually, is one of the best outside defenders, perimeter-wise, in the OEC.
Now watch Luka Gleb, the defensive player for the Hornets. He's going to try to be on his player like glue out here. He's already been talked to by Perry Webster.
Go out of Tucson area. Had a nice conversation about the Tucson area in basketball. Down low, just big height, no, tipped by Da Silva, does off the back of the rim, and he picks up a foul.
So my man comes out there, gets the rebound, gets fouled.
And it's funny, we were talking about the Tucson area, no love for the Tucson area for basketball. Sean Elliott out of Tucson, and one of my all-time favorite players, Lafayette Fat Lever, out of the Tucson area.
Hey, you're going to get him in there somehow, weren't you?
Yes, I was. And timeout on the floor. Officials' timeout is
and again,
time.
I think it was a clock reasoning. So the clock's not taking off the appropriate time.
Gelb, Elston, Houston, Nib, and Bonner. Your offensive scoring is coming from Elston. He picks it up, and Houston, he's long. Tipped out, last touch, Nib. Good battle underneath with Hill. So Cedarland still in the ball game. Hill. Jannard Jackson for the first time with the ball wearing number 12, and Latravian Glover. Right in front of us, entry pass, Glover working on Nib. Skip pass out. Clark with the dribble. Bounce pass down low. They got the height inside. He kicks out to Cedarland for 2. That's short. And here's Elston. No numbers, but he's pushing. Nice hesitation dribble all the way, loses it. And there's Glover, gets the rebound and the foul. It's interesting, Mark, you see with Latravian Glover, you like his shoes, but his post game is going to need some work because he's got the height advantage on Nib. All he needs to do is turn and do a little hook, go up strong. He might get fouled. More likely he's going to get 2. Here's Clark. Clark is one of the 2 players from St. Louis on the team. Mount San Jacinto in the desert gets a couple players from St. Louis. Guess they didn't like that cold weather in the wintertime, and there's a bank shot missed by Glover. Good defense by Nib. 13-12 your score. 10 minutes to play first half. Halfway through, Elston with a dribble. Free throw line kick out. Bonner, Gelb sets that screen. Rolls off, got against the shorter man, and that's going to be a body foul on Michael Clark. So that's the 4th team foul here in the first half. First personal on Clark. And you like this stack play. Watch the 3rd person through, Mark. And they get to the corner for Elston. Money. 8 points for Tawan.
So both these teams now shooting 50% from the three-point line out there.
22-6 last year was the Eagles. They made the playoffs for the 11th straight season. This year they were preseason number 7. Rough start. And like Coach Springer, Patrick Springer was brutally honest with us about his team's defense and likes his team's offense, and there's a travel.
And Corey, this is one of the things about the Eagles, though. We hear what a prolific scoring team is. One of my problems with them, yeah, they may have 21 assists a game, but they have 19 turnovers a game. Yeah, maybe assist to turnover ratio is 0.5 on a plus.
Yeah.
But if you're a prolific scoring team, it's got to be better than that.
Yeah, because that means you're missing out on points, and those turnovers are creating those 3 losses and poor defense as well. Those don't mix. Smith straightaway 3. Bank shot is money, and he gets fouled. Hill with the bump. First person, a 4-point opportunity, and they have a 5-point lead at 18-13. And Mark, this guy right here at the free throw line, my favorite for Conference Player of the Year.
You know what he wants to do? He wants to own his own sneaker store. So that means you, Ryan Osborne, and Rashawn Haylock will be his first customers.
Probably. As he misses the 4-point opportunity, 18-13, 9:05 to play. Fullerton in the zone. They're in a 2-3. Glover takes a 3. No. Rebound down low, saved by Bonner into Gelb's hands. Smith, 6'5", do-everything player out there. Tries to split the defenders. Walked a little bit. Gelb, one bounce, bank shot, long. Jump ball, alternating arrow. Stays with the Hornets, and a little jaw-jacking out there between Hill and Nib. And Smith.
Go ahead, Corey. I was just going to say, I thought Nib got away with actually a walking screen before that play even comes out. Smith comes down there, walks by Nib. Nib keeps walking into his player. I thought the officials were going to call a screen. I think that's just the contentious that's going to now. And I hate double tackles. I'm going to ask you, you played the game so often. Double tackles are horrible.
This one I don't mind so much.
Really?
Yeah, every other one I don't like. But this one, they were both going at it. They both were talking at the same time. And so a double technical, I don't mind this one too much. Officials really taking control early, says we're not going to have any of that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You get another tee, you're out of the game.
You shouldn't have had the first one.
Nah, you just let it go. Make them shake hands and walk away. That's it.
I played with you. I played sports with you. You ain't shaking nobody's hand.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm helping you get off the ground.
Right after you slap him in the knee. Iman with the baby hook. Big man out of Los Alamitos forces the timeout by the Eagles. 20-13, 8:35 to play first half. Fullerton looking like they're getting some rhythm.
Yeah, they're really doing again what they've gone down low. So once the three-point shot doesn't work, you watch them like Perry Webster go down low. You know, Ryan Osborne and I were out yesterday for water polo for 90.1 KBPK. Went out there to watch Gabriel Martinez and his young women who have been dynamic all year long, coming at 30-3. Defending champions as far as I'm concerned. This is one of the coaches, and he will tell you point blank, hard-nosed coach, likes getting to their faces. He gets them ready. We watched him yesterday. He took his starters out because he didn't like their attitudes against Sierra. Pulls all 5 starters out and puts in what he calls his white team, his second unit, into the water and battles Sierra even, and then brings his gunners back in there. And I tell you what, he's got a young woman that plays out there that I've seen ladies play water polo. Miss Doherty has a turnaround shot. Ryan Osborne and I turned around once where she turned on the goalie, missed the goal, but if it had got this girl in the face, there'd have been major dental work going on. She's that powerful, and congratulations to them. They were up in their game today over Riverside. They played Riverside now for 6 times, won 5 out of 6. They were up 7-1. They come away with a 7-6 victory. National champions here at Fullerton.
And Linzel Simmons back in the ballgame for the Eagles. Barnes also in the lane as Simmons misses. Okwara Beasy. Frederick also in the ballgame, along with Bell. For Hornets, in that bright yellow. Double teamed is Iman. Fouled is Iman. 7th team foul, so 1-1 coming to Jacob.
And you're telling me Iman's listed as 6'10", and you're looking at me going, if he's 6'10", Ryan Osborne and I are both a lot, what?
You know,
145 pounds?
Mark, it's basketball height, okay? Ryan is 6'1". Paul is 6'2". You were 6 feet. I'm still 5'11" because I got a lot of weight to me.
Balances.
Yeah. Misses the front end. Rebound by Okwarabizi. That's his 4th, and it's taken away, but they forced a jump ball as Houston took it away from Okwarabizi. And they call it jump ball, so alternating the arrows should be the Eagles.
Well, I don't know how it's a jump. Houston gets slapped across the wrist, and the ball comes out, and they call it a jump ball.
Maybe they called it when he took it away from him.
Maybe. Okay. All right. On a continuation, that's what Perry Webster's trying to get an explanation on.
So 20-13 is your score. 8:08 in the first half. Bonner, Stapp, Houston. 1-15-23. Smith is number 2. Iman is number 10. In the corner to Franklin. Is that Franklin? That is Frederick, excuse me. Nice cut by Barnes. He didn't have the ball, so no travel. And Frederick with a deep 3. Missed everything. And that's another turnover. 7:50 to play.
Yeah, and again, Corey, you watch the freshmen out there that have been given the ability just to shoot when they want to. I mean, my attitude is, when do you reel them in, or do you as the season goes on?
In the corner, Smith on that skip pass. No, Iman getting up there like he is 6'10". Nice turnaround put back for Jacob. He's got 6 points and 3 rebounds and an assist. 22-13 Hornets got a 9-point lead creeping away. Here's Bell on the right side, as you see, wearing number 5. Good hedge defense by Bonner. Dump down low to Okwarabizi. He's in the lane, making him work, but he does do damage. That's his first 2. Fullerton's interior defense, nice job of moving the feet, keeping the arms up, but Okwarabizi in the lane had to show the nice touch. Hornets last year, state champs, finished the season as number 1 in the state, and there is a turnover by the Hornets. I believe that's number 3. Here's Frederick. Behind the back pass to Barnes, misses the layup, knocked out of bounds, last touch by Cheaty. Pretty delivery, no finish, Mark.
Yeah, it really was. But if you go back to the beginning where it all starts, mismanagement of the ball by Fullerton allows San Jacinto to get the easy break on them. And you can see why they scored the amount of points they do. Once they get out in front on a fast break, this is a very quick basketball team.
Fullerton leading by 7, trying to extend the lead. Perry Webster got his team to a state title. This year they're averaging 85 points a game. Bonner dumped down, too easy. 8 points for Jacob, and Bonner, that's what he does, Mark. Harrison Bonner, you never know he's on the floor. But by the end of the day, he's got 6, 5, 7. Fans getting into the ball game. You gotta like this atmosphere at the Hornets Nest. Up top to Barnes. Kick out. Frederick, hold, Bonner. 5th team foul, 6:06 to play.
And I appreciate the fans saying 3 seconds, but we know one thing referees can't do. They can't discern what a palming the basketball is, and I don't think they can count beyond 2.
Mark, 1, 2, 1, 2.
There we go.
2, 1. Simmons still top, met at the top by Iman. They're gonna get a foul by Iman.
So are they calling the foul down low?
They're calling the foul.
So you know what Corey Neyland's interpretation was that? They're down low. Right now, San Jacinto shooting 28% from the floor, 6 of 21. The Hornets are 10 of 21 from the floor, 47%, which is the difference.
Here's something you'll like. As a team, now San Jacinto shoots 75%.
From the free throw line.
From the free throw line, yeah. And as he converts for his 7th point there.
And do you think that reaches the number I think you should shoot?
You know my thing. As a team, that's very good as he misses that. But as a team, that's very good at 75%.
I know you do. I have high expectations.
Mark believes 80% and above, and that's the bare minimum. Stapp on the perimeter. Elston, Houston, Smith, and Nib. This is an explosive offensive unit for the Hornets. Nib working down low, and man, I don't know if that was James Brown, Bobby Brown, or Chris Brown on that travel. It was one of them Browns, 24-16.
You can take any of the three, add them all together.
Out goes Hill. In comes Glover. Bell with the ball. Bell out of Citrus Valley. Frederick in and out. And there's extracurriculars. Now this one, I don't want to hear any double technicals. This is just play on. And don't let it happen again. And that was Smith and Simmons? No, yeah, Smith and Simmons mixing it up.
Right now the Hornets lead both these teams in turnovers. Hornets have 6. San Jacinto only 3 turnovers so far in this game officially.
And that's a 3rd foul? Or the 2nd foul on Amaje. I believe that's the 2nd foul on Amaje. As Simmons misses the first, 24-16, still your score. And Simmons looked like he got away with that James Harden move as he hooks the chicken wing gunner, grabs a defender's arm, and comes back.
So they called it on Smith?
I think so.
Because I have Smith now, that would be his first foul. That's what the official stats say.
Okay. 24-17. He made that 2nd free throw, right? Or did he miss it? There's a turnover by the Hornets, and here's Barnes all the way, misses the layup. Here's Smith with the rebound. Outlet to Houston. Coming the other way. You're talking about that palming, Mark.
And here, and Corey, I'm going to ask you about Barnes because he's got great speed, he's got great lift, but what is it with so many young players nowadays that just don't seem to finish off layups? I'm not dunks, I'm talking layups.
It's a lack of concentration. Expecting to get hit, and no follow through.
Okay.
I mean, it's the easiest thing in the world. The first thing you want to do is make that layup. Everything else is secondary. Down low with 4:52 to play, off the foot of Linzel Simmons. So another turnover by the Eagles.
And Ronnie Stapp got away with a great tug on the jersey. If it was the NFL now, we'd be going instant replay to see if that was pass interference.
Elston working on the high screen from Nibbs. Stapp comes across, an open 3. High up, needs a bounce, hit the top of the ribbon. And that'll be out of bounds. 4:37 to play as your score, 24-17.
So San Jacinto just percolating now around at 26%. The Hornets are trying to stay at 50%, but I thought San Jacinto would shoot a lot better. Do we contribute it to the defense of Hornets?
Yeah, Fullerton, I mean, when you're talking about a team that nobody shot over 38% against them on the season thus far, that's good defense. And there's a step back 3 for Michael Clark. So 24-20, Hornets lead cut to 4 with 4:14 to play first half. Hornets, the number 3 team in the state, and here's Houston, crosses over, kick out to Elston. That's way long. Nib tries to get the rebound, but goes off his hands to Houston. And there was a reset of the shot clock because they're saying it touched the back of the rim.
And it did not. From our view,
it
was an
like,
air ball, baby.
Yeah, it hit the backboard, but it looks like, I think the officials are going to say it caught the back end of the rim, and that's why it caught the backboard.
There's 8 points now from the bench for both these teams. So, Corey, with the wholesale changes so far for San Jacinto, it hasn't sparked any offense for their teams.
Smith to Stapp, Elston in there, Nib, Nelson, quick release, and he counts that one. So Elston with his 3rd 3, and he's 11th point on an assist by Omaje Smith, gives the Hornets a 7-point lead again. That's their biggest of the game.
Well, when you get to go through the buffet line more than once, the food tastes better.
Yes, it does, and that 3rd time is wonderful. Here's Jackson. Jackson out of Youngstown, New York, Lewiston Porter High School as he resets, and Hornets now in the 2-3. Not matching up out of the zone yet. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Glover up top. 1 second. He drives as Clark. They don't get it off. And that's a shot clock violation on the Eagles. Good defense by the Hornets as they switched up the defense. And what happens when they switch up mid-tempo is the offense has to pull that back up and reset and then rework their offense, and that took too much time.
But I love what Michael Clark did. Even though it didn't count, he switched from his right hand to his left hand and threw up a left-handed floater from the corner. Very pretty shot.
Stapp, Smith on the right side, as you see on the wing. Wanted to go down low to Nib, but in the corner to Elston, and he's fouled, and he'll head to the line. Blocking foul with 3:05 to play. What you know about Elston? As he leads the team in scoring, 17.8 on the season, 1 steal, 66% from the free throw line, and makes the first.
And you know, he'd probably like to go to a buffet because he's got 6 brothers at home. He'd like to be an artist someday or play the game of basketball for a living. When you think about it, he's a business major here at Fullerton College. And his nickname, T. Not Mr. T, just T.
As he makes both and gives him 13 of the 29 Hornet points. This is their biggest lead of the ball game with 3:05 to play as Simmons checks back in the game with Bell. Frederick now, he wears number 3. Clark, number 2, both out of St. Louis, both Confluence Prep High School. Both comes out to the desert. Glover, number 24, with the shoes, tipped by Stapp in the corner. Hornets playing that attacking defense. Lefty two-pointer who's on the line, misses, and Houston with the carom. That's number 2 for Houston. Slows it down, 29-20. Now the Eagles are in a 2-3 zone. You split that right there with Stapp. Gets it back out to Smith, takes an open 3 and short. Stapp goes up high for the rebound, poked out of there by Bell, and Bell comes across and holding his knee. Looks like he just banged it.
So the Hornets right now have 17 defensive rebounds in this game, Corey, to San Jacinto, who's only got 9. You look at the offensive rebound, both the teams are pretty easy. 7 for the Hornets, 5 for San Jacinto.
Ronnie Stapp out of Bakersfield, 9 points a game. Easy on the first, he's got 3. All-area player, or actually player of the year in Bakersfield when he was a senior in high school. All-purpose guy.
Wants to be a policeman someday.
As he misses the second free throw. Biggest lead of the game for the Hornets at 10, 30-20. 2:20, there's Glover. Kicks it. Simmons met up top, but he's fouled on below.
Oh, he did? Okay. Because I got blocked out. I looked at Corey. I thought he had all ball, and you had a better angle than I did.
Yeah, Nib had all ball up top, but he did get him with the body. Yeah, Simmons, he ain't afraid to go in there at 6'6", 170 pounds out of Riverside Poly. Career high is 20 points. Honorable mention, all league at Poly his senior year. As Okwara Beasley checks in the ballgame in for Glover.
Simmons returns to the team as a sophomore. He played all 28 games for him last year, averaged about 9 points a game when he played for him last year, shot 42% from the floor, 72% from the charity stripe.
He's 3 of 4 today. Last game he had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals in their loss against San Diego City College. Houston drives all the way, met with the arm. Good explosiveness by Houston. Bounce back player, played at Crossroads, then went out to Western Michigan, came back, and now he's in Fullerton. He's in there with Gale, who, by the way, loves California, Southern California, with Smith. He makes the first, his 4th point. He's got 2 rebounds, got an assist. Elston also in there. And now he makes both and now has 5 points at 32-22.
Who does his uncle play football for? Houston's.
DJ Houston's uncle?
Mike Bragg.
Wait, what's it? And there's a turnaround jumper, missed badly. Okwara Beasley has it knocked away, last touch by DJ Houston.
Mike Bragg was his uncle, played professional football.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Kansas City Chiefs.
That's what I said. Kansas City Chiefs. I did not know that. How did I miss that?
I don't know.
I must not be doing my work.
Yeah, you're young. You'll learn someday.
32-22 bumped on the layup is Frederick. So Frederick will head to the line. Brandon shooting 2. 5'10", 145. Got to build like Rashawn Haylock. As Frederick, St. Louis All-Metro team, averaged 31 points a game in high school.
Wow.
Led the league in 3 points. 3-pointers made with 112 on 50% shooting. Out goes Smith. In comes Bonner and was the MVP of the Show Me All-Star game. And he makes both free throws at 32-24. So Barnes back in for Aquara Beasley. And the Hornets with an 8-point lead, 1:40 to play in the first half. Houston, and just runs into 2 brick walls. And here's Barnes with the lefty. That may have been the ugliest offensive play I've seen in quite a while.
Well, you know, I thought really when you looked at it, I thought it was a nice pass for the fast break. He waited to release that pass.
Elston short on the tray. Rebound by Barnes, hustles. No numbers, looked like an over and back as he stepped on the line and came back to the backcourt. Barnes tries to counter, no, that's Bell, misses the 3, last touch by Stapp. So it's Mount San Jacinto coming in on a 2-game losing streak. They also lost to LA Valley 90-73. LA Valley shot 61% on them. And a timeout taken with 63 seconds to play in the half. Fullerton 32 and Mount San Jacinto 26. This is Fullerton College basketball on SportsNetUSA.net. Elsewhere around the Hornet Athletics, what you got?
Well, we were out today earlier and saw the men playing a regional playoff here on 90.1 KBPK. The men come away with a 1-0 victory. Unfortunately for the women, they weren't as fortunate in the game of soccer. They lost in a shootout later today. So we have the women's water polo team moves on. The men's soccer, well, they win the national championship. The men's soccer team moves on in the regional. The women's soccer team goes home. Perry's looking to stay undefeated, and it'll be an interesting season with the women's basketball team. I think they got a lot of talent this year, Corey.
Yeah.
We'll see if I know anything about basketball to see if the women prove me right.
Everybody listen, you should check out the Coaches Show. Inbound pass, Barnes up high, misses. Nice play. You should check out the Coaches Show, and you got a chance to talk to Marsha Foster and a few of her players. As there's another clock issue. Perry Webster, every time you see Perry Webster with the clock issues, he has that look on his face.
Yeah, he looks at us like we're pushing the button. You notice how he stares over here like, which one of you guys doesn't know how to work that?
Comes from a coaching family. Dad is a legend at the NJB level. His wife coaches at Cal State Fullerton and has turned around that soccer team into one of the powerhouses on the West Coast.
Yeah, we have one of the announcers for that soccer team, Ryan Osborne, here tonight on sports.usa.net.
Gelb on the missed shot, coming off an injury from last year, and there's a step-back 3, misses everything. Second step-back 3 that missed everything tonight with 33 seconds to play.
Well, we only have one player in this game in double figures. That's Elston. Iman sitting there at 8 for Mount San Jacinto. Simmons has 7, Barnes has 7, and then everybody, it just goes down underneath the line at 3 points a game.
Three-second differential between the game and the shot. Elston with the ball. As you see that number 3 in bright yellow. Waving him off with 7. Got away with a little bit of walk. Kick out for Bonner. A wide open 3. Execution. And here's Bell trying to counter at the buzzer. And the half will end with the Hornets with a 9-point lead at 35-26. This is Fullerton College basketball on SportsNetUSA.net. Line up north beat San Jose 71-63.
When you look at the scores in this game, Elson's got 13, Iman's got 8, Houston with 5, Bonner with 3, Smith with 3, and Stapp with 3.
Could you go over that one more time?
Yeah, you had Elson with 13, Iman with 8, Houston with 5, Bonner with 3, Smith with 3, Stapp with 3. That's what they had for Mount San Jacinto. Simmons with 7, Barnes with 7, Clark with 3, Cinderland with 3, Frederick with 2, Hill with 2, Cheedy with 2, and that's it for them on the floor. So nobody really doing a great deal when you look at Mount Jacinto. 8 of 31, 25% from the floor. Fullerton, 12 of 28, 42%. 4 of 13 for three-point country for San Jacinto, 30%. Fullerton, 6 of 14, 42%. Free throws, San Jacinto made 6 out of 10. Fullerton, 5 out of 8 turnovers. Fullerton with 9. San Jacinto with 6 total rebounds. Fullerton had 27. San Jacinto had 19 assists. Fullerton had 7. San Jacinto had 4. And fouls, well, overall fouls, San Jacinto had 10. Fullerton had 8. The benches did okay, to say the least. 13 points from the benches for Fullerton. 8 points from the bench for San Jacinto. And not a lot of second chance points scored. Only 10 second chance points for Fullerton. 6 from Mount San Jacinto. So here we sit right now as we get ready to start the second half with the Hornets up by 9, 35-26 here on sports@usa.net. And if you're just a little behind, well, don't forget, buy that new Toyota from Miller Toyota of Anaheim, a proud sponsor of community college sports, high school sports, but most of all, education.
Mount San Jacinto shoots 46% on the season thus far. And what are they shooting now, 26 or 24?
26.
26%. That's defense.
Yeah.
In the second half, Compton and Grossmont are tied at 39. And Hancock in the first half is beating Yuba. More scores around the community college. What do you know I was going to say? It's community college.
Basketball?
Basketball? Yeah, that's not what I was going to say. That's why I choked. Houston, Stapp, Iman, Smith, and Bonner on the floor for the Hornets. 15, 23, 1, 10, and 2. Man-to-man defense by the Eagles. Nice curl route. Better defense by Barnes. Okwara-Beasy. Bell with the ball in the corner to Simmons. And Frederick. Frederick with the ball now, wearing number 3 in that black uniform. Let's see if the left way is better. Okwara-Beasy in the lane. Nice hook shot. Can't convert. Rebound by Iman. And for Iman, that's his 5th rebound today. Go along with 8 points. Gets the ball on the left block. A little bit extended off that block. Gets in the lane. Hook shot. That's no good, but bodied up by Okwara-Beasy, and that's going to be a foul on him. So Cheedy picks up his 2nd, and it's 35-26. Just started the second half. Not a minute gone by, and Iman goes to the line trying to get in the double figures.
Iman says, I want Corey Neyland's stats because they've only officially got me down for 3 rebounds. I like the fact that Corey says I got 5 in this game. I'll go with yours.
Yeah, you should go with mine.
I always go with yours.
It's like height. Remember, we're in basketball broadcast. I'm 6'1", you're 6'1". Got to add 3. Scott Giles walks through, and both shots are long. Rebound Bonner. He brings it out for a second chance and almost throws away. And the referee was out of bounds. He touched it, so that is a turnover for the Hornets.
Alex Smith looks at the referee and says, hey, man, position yourself. Get out of the way. Lorena here from the water polo game are one of our top athletic trainers here.
And here is Bell working the right hand to dribble. Hand off to Frederick. Frederick wanted to spin on Bonner. Bonner moves his feet. Good defense as he blocks it out of bounds. Harrison Bonner might be one of the 3 best defenders on the perimeter in the whole state of California at this level.
Wow, that's pretty nice.
There's an entry pass knocked out of the way, last touch by Bonner. Again, quick hands. When he was at Long Beach Poly, that was what he was known for. Playing that defense and doing everything you ask. And doing that well. On the inbound, looking to go underneath out to Cheedy. Bell. Ethan Bell with the left with 5 seconds to shoot. Kick out to Frederick. Runs into a three. In and out. No good, and rebound to Houston. For Houston, that's rebound number 3. Here's Smith, crosses over. Nice job of body control by Smith as he splits the defenders.
Frederick basically steps in front of him, trying to slow him down, hopes to get a call, but then turns his body. If you're going to try and take a charge, take a charge.
Amaje Smith wearing number 2 with the ball. Nice curl cut, kick out, Bonner. Good ball movement, Houston for 3. That right there is what you call unselfishness basketball. 38-26, the biggest lead of the ball game. And if you want to speak grammatically correct, that would be unselfish basketball. Barnes tries to counter with his own 3, and he does. He's in double figures with 10 and a timeout. With 18:09 to play in the game, 38-26 is 38-29 should be the score. That was a 3, correct?
Yes, it was a 3.
Okay, should be 38-29 with 18:09 to play. After that 3 by Jamal Barnes, who on the season averages 10.8 points per game. We'll give him 11 points a game, and he usually doesn't start.
And I've got it on live stats as 38-29. They don't have that on the board. It should be 29 up on the scoreboard.
And out of the 30-second timeout, Stapp will inbound. Houston.
They should correct it.
Juwan Elston now in the ballgame, leading the first half in scoring for both teams with 13. Iman stays in and Smith stays in.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I thought Lorena would come over here dripping in water. She told me she was going in the pool if the women won the national championship.
Well, I think that's why she's dressed like that.
Think she went in?
I think she went in. You got to be comfortable after a dip in the pool.
Okay, all right.
I wouldn't know.
I was going to say, when do you jump in the pool?
Here's Smith, Elston, and working against a 2-3 zone now, trying to switch it up out of the timeout. In the corner, he likes that spot. Don't he, though? 41-29, 17:50 to play.
And you'll always tell me the best way to get him to come out of his zone defense is knock down the outside shot.
And here's Michael Clark. Cheedy. They're working down low. Simmons now with it, wearing number 0. Ethan Bell and Barnes. Cheedy faces, and man, that looked like a pass to Simmons. We're going to call it a pass because it missed so bad. Iman with his 6th rebound. Transition back in D. Elston wants another 3. No, but Smith, no. Down low. Did he travel? And here's Barnes the other way. And brings it back out. Good defense by Smith. Here's a corner 3 by Simmons and leaves it short. Stapp with the rebound, but they're going to call a loose ball foul, holding the shorts of Aquabizi.
I love the question down here. He took 5 steps and then booked an airplane flight. And you said, is that a travel?
No, folks, you got to realize sometimes you see a play that you're just stymied by and mystified because you can't believe it happened.
Well, what's the referee watching, which always bothers me?
Cedarland now. He wears number 14 with the ball. Number 24 is Glover. 3 is Brandon Frederick. 21 is Makai Hill. And number 1 is Danilo Da Silva. That's your 5 on the floor for the Eagles. Gets in the air, gets bailed out by Da Silva and misses the jumper. Fight for it. And Houston coming away with it. Now he's up this near side. Bonner doesn't like the 3, so he kicks out. Smith likes the 3. And a saying from the 70s, show you right, as Frederick tries to counter, and he says, show enough. Timeout or foul on the ball? Is that Glover? Or they get a 30-second timeout?
Yeah, we're getting a 30-second timeout.
44-29. 44-32 should be the score.
Yeah.
With 16:18 to play in the second half. So not quite 4 minutes gone by and 2 timeouts taken by the Eagles. This is Fullerton College basketball on sportsnetusa.net. Corey, Mark, Ryan, Paul, Albert, Ed, Gabby. Did I miss anybody?
No, not so far. On the cast of thousands, which are really nice. Hey, let's be realistic. A very nice turnout on a Saturday night with a lot of playoff games going on. We had water polo, we had soccer, So Fullerton is spread out crowd-wise. They get a very nice turnout. Make sure you come out and watch community college sports. Corey Neyland will tell you it's the best bang for your nickel that you can get if you love sports. And you said more than once, you could go through them. If I said to you, give me some of the top community college players you've seen as a youngster, we wouldn't even watch any more basketball because Corey's had the pleasure of being able to watch great players on the community college level.
And the next broadcast we do, I'm going to update that list, Mark, for you. I'm going to get people past the year 2000. Okay, 1995. And out of that timeout, you have the same 10 that's on the floor. And if you don't remember, though, that's Smith, Houston, Iman, Bonner, and Elston for the Hornets. They have the ball. Glover, Hill, Cedarland, Clark, and Frederick. No, that's Da Silva for the Eagles.
So while they're trying to figure this out, I guess I will. I'll let you know always that all our games are brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Miller Toyota of Anaheim is a proud sponsor of community college sports, high school sports, but most of all, education. That's Miller Toyota of Anaheim.
And we're going to do that again on the next break as well. As Travian Glover is upset because he doesn't feel he fouled Casey Iman down low. Mark, I don't know about you, but even when I play, when I put two hands on a guy's chest and throw him down to the ground, that's a foul.
Well, wait a minute. I can dispute that one. I've played you. You owe me some free throws.
I did not put two hands on your chest and throw you down to the ground.
No, you took a shoulder and ran over me.
There you go. Controversial. Bang, bang plays. 16:04 remaining in the second half.
My chest is still concave on that side.
And we saw him work on this play in the pregame, Mark, and they had Omaje Smith wide open at the top of the key. That's the play they wanted, but Elston don't care. Short. Thought he was going to make that, and there's Iman again, and he's fouled, goes back to the line. Now he's just got to convert.
I was going to just go to you, Corey. I mean, I need you to go back to Iman because you brought up the fact you don't think he's the size he is, but he is dominant down below. He gets shots down below. So what is the attribute that he uses the most as a basketball player?
Hustle. Heart. Effort. Effort 2 times, Mark, as he misses third consecutive free throws. That's rebounding his effort. Rebounding is wanting it. Blocking shots. He's third in the state in block shots. He has 25 this season. I mean, he had 7 block shots last game, was it? 7 block shots against Santa Monica, the number 2 team in the state, and he makes that one. He's had 3 blocks 3 different times this season out of the 6 games. 45-32, 15:50 to play. Fullerton with the three-quarter press. And here's Da Silva. Good defense by Smith. Just hounding him. Down low. Hill has it poked away. Smith on the ground, tied it up. Stays with the Eagles.
So you look at this game right now. Leading scorer is Barnes for Mount San Jacinto. Still, Elston for the Hornets.
Mount San Jacinto averages 90 points a game. They're sitting at 32 with 15:35 to play in the second half. Fullerton has 45. They average 84 points a game. Clark trying to get in the interior. Look at where they're setting up the offense. Cedarland missed from 12, shot at 11, and here's Elston with another rebound. He's coming. Free throw line, brings it back out and sets up the offense. Good transition D by Mount. Step back 3. Back rimmed. Rebound poked out of there to Smith. Second chance opportunity. Mark likes those. And if you're married, you also like second chance opportunities. That means you don't have to sleep on the couch. That's a charge. And here is Clark with the charge on Bonner.
And Corey, you talk about San Jacinto. They're shooting 24% from the floor. Yeah, I know the defense is good.
No, watch the defense. Watch this defensive set that they watch, and watch where they set up their offense.
Go ahead, you tell me. You tell me, my brother.
So they're setting up. Everybody who's guarding a three-point person is beyond a three-point arc. Where's the big man set up? 17 feet away and takes a bad shot 15 feet away on the left side, floating away. That's good defense. Smith for three. In and out. Ooh. De Silva. 14-32. Out of bounds. Was not touched. It was not touched by Houston, so Hornets have the ball. They need Jamal Tinsley back in uniform for Mount San Jacinto right now, the former Eagle. He was pretty good. So line change. Bell. Barnes. Okwarabizi. Frederick. And Simmons. They need Don Leary also, who played at Cal State Fullerton for a year, had a good year that year, then fell off the face of the earth. And Melvin Goins, who went to Tennessee, a former Eagle. That three is missed by Houston. And there's a foul underneath. And they're going to get the big man from Mount San Jacinto on another foul, battling Casey Iman. And that's 5 team fouls for Mount. I was going to call him Mount Sage. Underneath, Bonner misses on the one-hand opportunity, and there's a reach-in foul by Houston. Houston out of Crossroads High School. I believe Baron Davis went to Crossroads. Ryan likes him because he went to UCLA.
So Chidi now has 2 fouls in this game, officially.
Just 2?
That's what they've got him down officially as having, yes.
Okay. Under 14 to play. Pace is slowed just a little bit. Hornets up by 13. This is their biggest lead. Here's Barnes, double teamed in the corner to Simmons. Simmons bumped by Elston. That's a blocking foul. 5th team foul for the Hornets. Baseline out of bounds, and the timeout taken by Perry Webster. And now we're going to get into it, Mark. You're going to drive us somewhere.
You know what? If I was a national champion, or if I was a state champion, or even if I just won a regional playoff, I would be so excited I'd have to go out and buy myself something. Ryan Osborne, he buys hockey jerseys. Corey Neyland, he buys shoes. But you know what I'd go out and buy? I'd buy a brand new Toyota from Miller Toyota of Anaheim. The best prices, the best deals, the nicest salespeople. And I tell you what, if you tell them what you're looking for, that's what they're going to find for you. And when they do, you're going to find out that they gave you the best deal, not only in Orange County, but Southern California. Miller Toyota of Anaheim is a proud sponsor of community college sports, high school sports, and most of all, education. Located at Euclid in the 91, Miller Toyota of Anaheim.
Nice upset. But I think Saddleback's going to pull that out.
Yeah, and I still think Canyon, because I think that's a tough stadium to play in. We've been there too many times. It's a long drive.
Yeah.
It's not a fun place to play, so we'll see what happens. Riverside over Mount Sac, 7-0. El Camino against San Diego Mesa, up 7-0. Chaffee over San Bernardino Valley, up 7-0. And the Cerritos. I'm surprised. Cerritos over Ventura, 7-3 here in the first quarter. Those are all first quarter scores. Surprised about the Ventura score?
No, not the first quarter. If that's still the score and he makes the second free throw, if it's still the score in the late third quarter, then I'd be surprised.
Ed Ford giving us all those updates here on sports@usa.net.
And I still can't figure out why El Camino is playing San Diego Mesa in a bowl game. Here's down low. Glover misses the 2-footer. You got to convert that big man as Stapp gets the rebound. He's got to convert 2 feet away over a smaller player.
No, I'm smiling about the El Camino.
You can't play them another time. There's no reason. They're playing the same conference. They've already played once together. And there's a foul up top, and then you're disrespecting Mark Pavlovich and somebody else's recommendation for a northern team playing a southern team in a bowl game. Come on now.
And I love that idea, Corey. I really do. I know it's cost, but I like the rivalry.
Mark, there's no cost for growing your sport. There's no cost for making it better. There's no cost that you don't want to pay for piquing people's interest, getting people out there. You don't want to see El Camino traveling all the way. There's a one from the South Bay. They can travel up to, where could they go? They could go to Butte. We've been to Butte. It's a far drive, but who cares? Sequoias can come down and play San Diego Mesa. That's a nice trip down to San Diego Mesa. It takes 8 hours to get there and 8 hours to walk to the field, so a 16-hour day. 51-34, 11:40 to play in this ball game. Fullerton is up by 16. But I would still love to see it because that'll just grow the sport. Mark my words. If you're listening, do it next year.
Well, yeah, because Fullerton will probably play for the state championship next year.
Deep three by Frederick. That's way long, and here's Smith. And the game has gone into a lull as Elston, Smith, Bonner, Nibb, and Stapper on the floor in yellow. He takes a deep three, short right. Last touch, RJ. Matter of fact, I'll bring in the task cam out there and record the game down here if you bring somebody.
Which game is that?
I don't know. It's not.
Because I just want to know what game we're not going to hear.
It's not going to happen anyway.
Okay.
So I ain't got to worry about you not hearing the game. It'll be just like I was there.
There we go.
11 minutes to play. 51-34 is your score as the hockey substitutions continue with Ethan Bell. Makai Hill with the ball now. Michael Clark on the left wing dumps it down to Travian Glover. He's working on Nibb. Reverse layup. But he stepped out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds on that in line. And Cedarland, all the 5 on the floor.
Corey, realize San Jacinto has only made 11 of 46 shots in this game.
I mean, what was the score at halftime? I think it was 22 points. They scored 12 thus far, and Smith just connects on another 3. And Fullerton is up by 20, their biggest lead of the game.
And the Hornets are shooting 41% from the floor and 41% from three-point country.
And you go back to the rebounds. And their offensive rebounds as well as their defense. Watch the defense here. Nibb double team, foul by Smith. We won't say the chickism here, but he picks up the foul. That's Ronnie Stapp.
But you talked about it. I mean, you've got an 11 count lead just on rebounds alone right now if you're the Hornets out here.
Yeah, and this is why Fullerton is going to another Final Four appearance. Glover converts.
You look at Glover, sophomore season he played his freshman season at the University of Virgin Islands. Graduate from South Miami High School, signed a letter of intent. He wanted to go to Oklahoma State, couldn't get in there, so he ended up going to the University of the Virgin Islands.
First 2 points of the game, 54-36. So Fullerton plays defense like this, they're going to the championship game. They keep playing defense like that, and Stapp was so wide open he didn't know what to do with the ball and shot it 8 feet, but he was 5 feet away. Sometimes happen when you get that wide open. Glover down low again. There's the big man. And if you want to get back in the ball game, if you're the Eagles, you do that a few more times. 54-38, under 10 to play as Iman's going to check back into the game. Stapp working. They want a backdoor cut in this offensive set. Almost had Stapp, but he's pushed on the interior by Michael Clark. 9:31 to play. You know what looks good out here, Mark? The sweat, the warm-up uniforms that the Fullerton Hornets have on.
They do look nice, aren't they? And I'm a little surprised. Perry Webster's only gone 8 deep in this game tonight.
Why are you surprised? That's his MO. He doesn't. Sometimes he'll play his bench, but you know Perry. He'll play 7, 8 guys, and he'll win with those 7, 8 guys. If he gets out of control, then he'll bring in some more. And he'll do that throughout the season because it paid dividends last year in the final game when Omaje Smith got the flu. When Harrison Bonner had to come in and play significant minutes as Stapp misses the second free throw. And Fullerton got in foul trouble that whole game against City College of San Francisco as there's a steal, and another steal, and a foul. And a bucket.
And Iman was caught between a rock and a hard spot. He didn't know if his opponent was going to go straight up, try to slump, go to block. He sort of gets underneath. My thing is then get out of somebody's way. Don't have a little foul. If you're going to foul somebody, do like I would do. Grab him around the waist, throw him down on the floor, and don't let him score.
Take the charge or block the shot. I mean, you take the charge. If you get called for a block, okay. If you go up for a block shot and then you foul, that doesn't matter because that shows you're aggressive as well.
So Cerritos is now up over Ventura 7-6. Southwestern beating Long Beach City College 3-0. First quarter scores. Chaffee up 10-0 over San Bernardino, and El Camino now sort of pushing them around a little. From San Diego Mesa, it's El Camino 14, San Diego Mesa 0 here on sports@usa.net.
That Southwestern Long Beach game, that's pretty interesting because you got two differing styles out there. As a top 20, top 30 in the state of California is trying to figure out some things out there. Fullerton ranked number 3, Santa Monica ranked number 2 this week. That'll probably flip-flop since Fullerton beat Santa Monica on Wednesday. San Francisco, the number 1 team. And it's good that we talked to another coach that we asked, do you pay attention to the preseason polls? No, they don't matter. Santiago Canyon is ranked 5th, and there's a timeout on the floor, officials timeout. 55-40 is your score, 9:19 to play. Hornet basketball on sportsnetusa.net.
You know, if you're confused the way the officials are and you're looking for a new car, well, there's no confusion at all because now they're coming back out here. Where better place to go than Miller Toyota of Anaheim.
They must have got that speedy car, the new Supra or something like that. I tell you what,
they just decided, Mark, you just talk too much. That's it. Miller Toyota of Anaheim, located at Euclid in the 91, is a proud sponsor of community college sports on sportsnetusa.net.
So can Glover convert the three-point opportunity? Nope.
No.
And the rebound goes to Smith. I'm going to say that's 5 rebounds for Omaje. 15-point lead and the ball. And we're going to talk, if we have a moment, about the Orange Empire Conference. And here's the weave up top. Backdoor cut not there. Good backdoor defense by Barnes. Jamal having a good game in double figures. Smith takes the 3, got hit on the elbow, no good. Rebound by R.J. Knibb. His enthusiasm is out there. Kick out to Bonner. Another second chance opportunity. As we were talking to Gabriel Martinez, here's Smith all the way, and there's a travel by Omaje. Incoming Okwarbizi and Simmons. Out is Glover and Cedarland. But we were talking about the OEC with Gabriel Martinez, and we feel water polo, if Fullerton or even Riverside, if they had a one, if they win the state championship, that's also a national championship because that's the best conference in the country.
Yeah, and I think you can say that about a variety of sports, especially basketball when you look at it.
You could say that about basketball. You could say that about volleyball. Reach-in foul on Houston. Definitely about water polo. Definitely about softball. I mean, that's one of those things that is one of the top conferences in the country for community college sports.
And when you've got to come out in football through the SCFA, it's difficult to do, especially as we look at the football scores tonight.
Up and in for Ethan Bell, his first points of the game. Ethan is an all-time assist leader at Citrus Valley in the CIF quarters, and last year he averaged 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. And he converts on both. So the freshman cuts the lead to 13, and there's a man-to-man full-court press put on by the Eagles. Smith and the Hornets break it pretty easily. Snap cross-court pass to Bonner. Smith gets in the lane, gets bumped, no call, and the rebound by the big man. And here's Bell. Back to Bell up top. in between the three. And I like the fact that they moved the three-point line back just a little bit. Spinning lane, kick out. Barnes open three, long. Stapp boxing out. Fullerton plays good fundamental basketball. That's something you like.
Well, what they do is they keep their heads up when they get the ball on a rebound, Corey. They know where they're going as soon as they pull it down.
Bonner. And if they continue to press, Mark, watch Fullerton get in a shooter. If they continue to press, that is the Eagles. Here's Stapp, kick out. Bonner, open three. Eek. I don't know. I think there's a draft on this side of the court because that's the third air ball on this side of the court. 7:30 to play as Jannard Jackson checks in along with Brandon Frederick. Out goes Bell. Out goes Barnes.
So Barnes, the leading scorer from Mount San Jacinto, goes to the bench. He's got 10 points in the game tonight.
Fullerton switches on the man. And there's a backdoor pass, and that's knocked out of bounds by Stapp. But the defense, Mark, I mean, I don't, and I'm old, so I compare these defenses for back in the day. UNLV, Louisville when they switched everything, Duke when they played defense. What's a good college basketball defense out there nowadays?
I don't think there is one nowadays. I mean, I'm sure somebody's going to tell us.
And there's Frederick. Nice dribbling. We ain't going anywhere. 15 dribbles in the same spot. Pull up by Simmons. Looks good. Long rimmed. Stapp with his 5th rebound. I mean, the Clippers in the NBA level, they play good defense. I know Perry Webster tweeted about that a couple weeks ago as he takes a timeout. With 6:50 to play in the game. Fullerton 55. Mount San Jacinto 42. This is Hornet basketball on SportsNetUSA.net. But back to that defense. The Clippers play good defense. Lakers play good defense.
Now the Lakers play good defense.
Well, for a quarter. But you don't really see that team defense that you like to see.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at Perry Webster's players, Corey, and they play defense, they help each other out. We've talked about a player that you love and respect the most, and I've often said, hey, he's been told he wasn't a great defensive player, but you think he was an excellent defensive player, and that's Magic Johnson when we talk pro basketball. But he was a good team defensive player.
There you go.
Okay?
He was an excellent team defensive player.
And I think that's what Perry Webster's defense is, too. You see people help each other out. You saw Stapp come over on that pass to block it down, leaves his man, comes over to help the man that's going to get beaten on a pass.
Right.
I think Perry Webster's team defense is much better than just, if you want to, you're going to disagree with me on an individual basis.
I think why they allow opponents to only shoot 34% is because they play great defense as a team. But they also get great defense as man-to-man pressure. I think it goes both ways when you hold people to shoot 30%.
When you think about it, once the sun freezes, I think San Jacinto now should be about 21 with 6:50 to go, and the Hornets up 55-42.
Out of that timeout by Perry Webster, Smith with the ball as a zone 2-3 is employed. Elston, the zone breaker. Houston on the near side. He has the ball. Stapp and nib. Deep three by Smith. Short rim chased down by Houston. Knocked out of there, battled for it, last touched by, they're going to say Makai Hill. So Hill wearing number 21 with Brandon Frederick. Chidi Okarabizi. Who else is out there? Linzel Simmons. And also Michael Clark as Frederick checks out for Jamal Barnes.
So Mount San Jacinto now at 26% in this game, 13 of 50 from the floor.
Oh.
Ugly.
Yeah. Down low. Quick two. Oh, Majay Smith. Big good pass by Elston. 57-42 your score, 6:14 left to play in this ball game. Clark gets a step, dumps down low, kicked away by Smith. There's that great team defense again. Pull up, pull up. Pull up. There you go. 60-42. 5:54 to play. Here's Simmons. Oh, he tried to do something fantastic, and Okwabizi lays it in for him. 60-44, 5:45 to play in this game. Linzel Simmons tried to go Mr. Fantastic, but Chidi was there to clean it up.
You know, if you only had 5 minutes and 45 seconds to buy a new car, there'd be no better place to go than Miller Toyota of Anaheim. If you had to make that fast break towards the bank and get your cash like some of us at this table, they'll put it down for down payment, Miller Toyota of Anaheim. And then again, maybe if you just want to look cool, smooth, and like everybody owns the floor like Perry Webster's basketball team does, Miller Toyota of Anaheim. That's right. The best prices, the best cars, the best deals you'll get in Southern California and Orange County. Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Located at Euclid in the 91, Miller Toyota of Anaheim is a proud sponsor of community college sports, high school sports, but most of all, education. That's Miller Toyota of Anaheim. That's where Gabby, you go take Gabby there at Christmas time, get that new car?
It's either that or a puppy.
Both.
Rather have the car. 5:45 to play in the game. Baseline out of bounds. 4 set. As a man-to-man full court pressure now employed. Elston. We got 10 seconds to get to the cross. Trap in the corners if they have the opportunity, will the Eagles. Such control with the ball easily breaks the pressure. Elston looking for a 3. He doesn't take it. Leaves it for Smith. Both of those players in double figures. Smith at the free throw line. Nice give and go. And Nib couldn't decide if he wanted to dunk it or lay it up. And so he decides to pooch it and miss it. 60-44 your score. Here's Clark. The lefty drives with the right side. Off glass, no, here's Stapp. 1-on-2 on the break, so he decides to bring it out. Here's Houston. Under 5 to play. And what you like about a Perry Webster's coach squad is they don't mind scoring 90, they don't mind scoring 55. As long as they win, as long as they play well, I'm not going to say he's happy, but he likes to win. Deep 3, as the shot clock is going down, is missed. And here's down low. Good defense. Nothing comes easy for the Eagles tonight. And you can credit the Hornets. Watch this. Buzzing around the ball. 60-44, 4:13 left. Houston splits the defenders in the lane. Count the bucket if it goes. It does not go. So he'll head to the line. So DJ Houston, you already mentioned his uncle. His career is to play pro ball, either here or overseas, undeclared. And cracks the first free throw. And here's an Achilles heel for them, 66% free throw shooting as a team. That's not good, as Iman and Bonner check back in for Nib and Stapp. 55%
tonight when you look at it. And I know a lot of NAIA women's team that would shoot higher than 55% from the charity stripe.
Yeah, luckily they're number 1 in defense in the state and number 5 in points allowed at 61. Second free throw goes for Houston. So that's a good thing for them. And shooting-wise on offense, they are 11th in the state coming into the game at 49%. So 61-44, their biggest lead has been 20. They're at 17 now. Mount San Jacinto down low to Glover. Shot puts it 12 feet. And last touched by Fullerton. So I don't know why they're calling for a foul. He's got good position down low as Latravian Glover. He just doesn't have that finishing capabilities tonight. I mean, if Okwarabizi or Glover can get the footwork and finish at the rim, their game would be exponentially more dynamic.
Ooh, I like that word.
Thank you. On the inbound, Frederick wildly keeps possession. 6 seconds on the shot clock, down to 4. Simmons can't handle it with 2. There's 1. They're not going to get a shot off, and here's a fast break for the Hornets. Here's Houston all the way, lays it in. 63-44 is your score under 4 minutes. Fullerton looks like they're going to 7-0, Mark. Deep 3 by Frederick. Fullerton's going 7-0, Mark.
Yeah, it looks like they are when you look at them right now.
Sub in for the first time, Jerron Hampton out of Livonia, Michigan, Churchill High School, and timeout taken. 3:16 to play in this ball game. Fullerton up 19 points. This is Hornet basketball on SportsNetUSA.net.
Well, you look at this game tonight, and Corey Neyland has talked about it. It's really been the Hornets that have won the game defensively and then on the board. Total rebounds in this game, 47-38 against San Jacinto when you look at it out there. And when you have something like that, defensive rebounds, 33-26. Assist in the game, Fullerton's got 12. San Jacinto only has 6. 2 block shots for the Hornets. 4 steals officially on there. Team fouls, both of them sitting there. Bench points, the Hornets have 23 points off the bench. Mount San Jacinto only has 14. And in the paint, both these teams are even. When you look at them in the paint, Mount San Jacinto with 16 paints, the Hornets with 14 in the paint tonight here on SportsNetUSA.net. So they've been pretty even when you look at what's going on down there. It's really been the rebound game and the defense game that has given them this 19-point lead.
And there's a steal on cue. 3:09 to play. Houston, Bonner, Hyman, Elston, and Smith on the floor. So I know we're going to be biased in all conference teams, but you got 4 all-conference players on the court right now for the Hornets. Whether they make first team or not, they will all be 4 all-conference performers. Elston, who leads the team in scoring, I think he's got 20 already tonight, lays it high up and no good. And the rebound knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Eagles. Unofficially, Elston has 13, 16, 19, 22 points in this game.
Well, when you think and you look about what's going on there, too, again, they are excellent passers, and that's one of the things in basketball you have to be, too, Corey. You know me, I'm a nemesis about that passing game.
11 points for Smith. Houston working with 11 as well. So on the foul, Ethan Bell doesn't like the foul called on him. So that's 2 shots coming? Yes, it is. DJ Houston back. 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
3 for 4. He's now 3 for 4 on the evening. Looking for 5 for 6. He is now 4 for 5. Ryan Stapp back in. Twan Elston back.
Darrell, Jason, Devon, Houston.
4 for 6.
Using his full name didn't help him, did it?
No, it didn't. Usually when you use somebody's full name, they're in trouble, and you made him miss that free throw.
Worried him.
There you go. 64-44, matching the biggest lead for the Hornets at 20. Brandon Frederick rushes a 3, cans a 3. That's his second tonight. He's got 10 points. Make it 12 points tonight. 64-47. Under 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Fullerton is going to advance to 7-0 on this young season. They will move up in the polls next week to number 2. And Mount San Jacinto, who started the preseason number 7, will drop to 3 and 4. Foul called on the ground on the pass-off, sending Amaje Smith back to the line.
So you look at Elston with 22, Smith with 13, Houston with 11, Hyman sitting at 9. For San Jacinto's Barnes, who was out of the game, at 10, and then Corey Simons and Frederick sitting there at 7. That's where they were at halftime. At 7.
First free throw is good, 65-47, 138 to play.
So, I mean, basically the players that you would think for this Mount San Jacinto team would do something did absolutely nothing in the second half.
So a concerted effort by the Fullerton College defense paying dividends. Because, yes, they are that good, Mark, on the defensive side of the ball. Another three by Frederick. In and out, up high for the rebound. Coming out of the pack is Hampton. Hampton bodied up an Iman as Iman just checked back in. Now he can go back and sit down because that's his fifth foul. Sometimes you like that as a player. I got 4 fouls. I'm going to just go out there and foul somebody.
Iman said, I'm just standing here, airing my uniform out. He jumps into me. You call a foul at me, and now I'm out of the game.
You know, there was a dance in the mid-'80s by Morris Day and the time called the Oak Tree. Casey Iman was doing the Oak Tree that time. But the leaves were rustling and the limbs were moving, so he got called for the foul. More scores and more scores. El Camino 14, San Diego Mesa 14.
Southwestern 10, Long Beach City College 6.
Riverside 10, Mount Sac nothing as a free throw goes for Hampton. And it is now 66-48 as Chafee. This has a 13-0 lead over San Bernardino Valley College. Should move Chafee up for 2 years also and move Orange Coast College down for 2 years.
And Ryan Osborne, before I let you get away, it's Saddleback 13, College of the Canyons 13.
And Cerritos 21-6 over Ventura.
Watch out, the old guy can predict some things.
Yes, he can. I seen you predict weather also when it gets cold because your knees lock up. In the outside, knocked away by Elston with 43 seconds left. And you know it's going to snow when your knees hurt and my ankles are swelling.
That means watch out for next Wednesday and Thursday.
Down low, knocked away. Fullerton's going to play defense to the very last second, aren't they?
They are. And that's what you like about a Perry Webster's team. They complete the entire game.
Smith with the ball, working on Hampton. Good defense by Hampton. Bonner with 19 with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Elston, 25 points. Nope. And the rebound. And stolen by Houston, and he looks up at the clock, and that's going to be the final score, 66-48. Fullerton improves to 7-0, while Mount San Jacinto drops to 3-4. So once again, your final score here, Fullerton 66 and Mount San Jacinto 48 for Ryan Osborne, Paul, the new guy, Albert Robles, Ed Ford.
The old guy.
No, he ain't old.
Oh, okay.
Ed Ford, Mark Pavlovich, sitting next to me. I'm Corey Neyland, your final from the Hornets Nest.
Did you remember Albert?
Yeah, I got him.
Okay, all right.
66-48, your score. Fullerton moves to 7-0 on this young season. This has been Fullerton College basketball.